Hey guys, this is Gaëlle from Madridismo.org. We are leaving you with the whole press conference held by both Mourinho and Cristiano Ronaldo today. And guess what? Cristiano even answered my question.
Muy buenas tardes a todos, bienvenidos. Vamos a comenzar esta comparecencia de prensa con un primer turno de preguntas para el entrenador del Real Madrid, José Mourinho, y ya después pasaremos a un segundo turno de preguntas para el jugador del Real Madrid, Cristiano Ronaldo. Por favor, recuerden que, como siempre, es una pregunta por intervención y les pedimos que se identifiquen con su nombre y el de su medio. Hello and welcome. We will begin now this press conference with a first round of questions for Real Madrid coach José Mourinho. Then we will have a second round of questions for Real Madrid player Cristiano Ronaldo. Please bear in mind that it's one question per intervention and that we do ask you to present yourselves with your name and the company that you represent. Comenzamos cuando queráis.
Hola, mister. Ahora La Rosa, diarios. Quería saber si...
Since the final result of the first leg was a tie, 1-1, this match could go either way. Would you risk playing with two forwards like Higuaín and Benzema, or would you be using another system? With three of them. Three forwards. Not two, three. Regarding the video message recorded by the players to ask for the support of the Madridistas, are you asking the fans at the stadium to make an extra effort to help the team achieve their big goals this season?
Nosotros estamos jugando partidos fuera, donde
we are playing away matches where the local fans are being strong players on the team. It happened in Liga, against Rayo Vallecano and Betis, for example. It happened in Champions, like in the first leg in Moscow. Now that we are playing at home, with a difficult result that leaves the second leg pretty much open, if we can have the support of the fans, it would be a major help. In the first leg, you had to play on an artificial pitch and with temperatures that are pretty unusual for the players. What are you most afraid of when you think about tomorrow's match against the Russian team? Football is what frightens me the most, because football is often unpredictable by nature. It's open to surprises. The better team doesn't always perform the better and doesn't always manage to win. With this 1-1 result, we have one foot forward and one foot back. We know it will be a tough game. Culturally, they've been very strong for many, many years, even at the time of the Soviet Union. Culturally, they are very strong teams in counterattack. They are very strong physically, very fast, and they are good defensively. I haven't said, which is my experience. Since I played CSKA with both Chelsea and Inter, I'm very aware of the challenges they pose. The message I'm trying to give my players is that we have to be very serious, give our 100% tomorrow, and as we discussed previously, if it's possible to have the fans with us, it would definitely help. The Champions is the hot topic these days. I wanted to know your opinion about Chelsea v Naples and Inter v Marseille. These two matches are open too. Chelsea lost 3-1, which obviously is a very difficult result. But they can do it. Chelsea at home is very strong. They've won the last two matches in Premier League and English Cup, and I think their confidence level is growing again, and Chelsea will be prepared to do a great match. But Naples is a team I like a lot. I like how they play, they score a lot, and they can score in Stamford Bridge. So it's a shame that I won't be able to watch that game live, because we're playing at the same time. Regarding Inter v Marseille, it's clear to me that Inter is better. They have players with more quality and more experience, and I think they can do it. But 1-0 in the away match is a very difficult result. Marseille can score any moment and change things. So it is an open match too, that we'll be able to watch tonight. And with all due respect for Marseille, Didier Deschamps and Zizou, who'll be rooting for his team, I will be rooting for mine, and mine is the other team. I imagine you've seen Leo Messi's 5 goals last week. Yeah. What did you think? How did you feel when you saw that, considering it's not an easy thing to do? Very good. To score 5 goals is never easy, whether it's in Liga, Copa, or especially in Champions. It was a very good night for him. I'm not going to be very original and ask you, who is more important for Real Madrid, you, José Mourinho, or the man sitting next to you, Cristiano Ronaldo? Our education here makes us think and feel we are all equally important. Everyone has their mission, whether it is as a coach, a player, a manager, a kitman, whoever in this club. Each person has to give their best and try to bring something positive. Here we are all equal.
По-русски буду задавать вопрос. In Russian. Дмитрий Симонов, Спортэкспресс. Даже в России считают, что победа ЦСКА, выход ЦСКА в следующий раунд станет чудом, будет сродни чуду. Если, однако, это чудо все-таки произойдет, это может вас сподвигнуть...
Even in Russia, they think that if CSKA wins and makes it to the next round, it will be a miracle. If it does happen, though, can this miracle lead you to make extreme decisions like leaving Real Madrid? There's no such thing as miracles in football. Surprises, yes. Miracles, no. If CSKA wins, it won't be because of a miracle. It will be because they did a great job or because we did a terrible job. But I prefer to be optimistic and think that we'll manage to win this round. And no, my future doesn't depend on it. Unless the club fires me, but I won't make any of my decisions based on whether we win or lose one match. Last year, your team put an end to a series of defeats in the round of 16. Do you think they were freed psychologically speaking, and that they approached this round with more peace of mind? In the last 2 years, this team played 19 matches in Champions League. You know which game they lost. The other 18 were won. Our confidence level is high. The team doesn't fear anything or anyone. But they know what it means to play in Champions, where all the teams are national champions or among the top teams in their countries. Each game is complicated, but we don't have any negative obsession or complex. The team is good, the players are feeling good, they want to play and they want to stay in the competition. After the last 4 matches, do you consider that Pipa Higuaín has earned a starting spot on the team? Over Karim, I mean. Why? I mean, quality-wise, what do you think? No, I consider that any of the two on the pitch has to give their 100%, to give their best effort if they want to be an option. And for their coach to be happy and at peace, they are both necessary. Today or yesterday, I read somewhere that I was having a problem now. I had a problem when Benzema was injured or when Higuaín was lacking form. Now that I have both of them, I have no problem at all.
Hola, buenos días. Christophe Leus para la Agence France Presse. A lo mejor si este Madrid tiene un punto débil.
If Madrid has one weakness, maybe it's on set plays. They received one such goal v Betis on Saturday, and same thing in Moscow. Do you also consider it a weakness? And do you particularly work on it in training sessions? No, what I see is that all the teams are strong on attacking set plays. Real Madrid too. All the teams know it, and we still score goals that way. The other teams are strong too, they have tall players, players with an ability for set plays. Set plays are a dangerous situation for whoever has to defend. It's true that we've received goals that way, but that's football. We scored quite a lot too.
Buenos días, Mr. Mariano Sánchez de Antena 3 Televisión. Acaba de decir que su futuro no depende de ganar o perder un partido, una eliminatoria.
You've just said your future doesn't depend on winning or losing a game or a round. Does it depend on winning the Champions? Nope.
Buenos días, José Pablo González, de Periodista Digital. Me gustaría saber si por una cuestión de revancha deportiva le gustaría cruzarse.
Would you like the opportunity to play Barca in this Champions?
Me gustaría ganar mañana. Si no ganamos mañana, se ha terminado la Champions.
What I'd like is for us to win tomorrow. If we don't win tomorrow, the Champions is over.
We now move on to a round of questions for Real Madrid player Cristiano Ronaldo.
Hola Cristiano, buenas tardes. Matías Prat de Telecinco. ¿Tú qué has sido máximo?
You have been the top goal scorer at some point in this competition. This season, you've scored 4 goals so far. Do you think it's becoming possible to do better than the current top scorer, Leo Messi, with his 12 goals? I don't care about what the others do. I'm only focusing on my team and myself. We're doing a good job. We know we have a very difficult game ahead of us. So our ambition is to make it to the next round. Goals are not what matters to me. If I score, good. If I don't, it's okay. I'm not nervous about that.
Good afternoon, Gaëlle from Madridismo.org. I wanted to know if you felt that you have grown as a player since you've arrived at Real Madrid under Jose Mourinho, and if so, how?
Who?
If you have grown as a player, do you feel you have grown as a player?
Contesto in English? Of course. I always grow up season by season. And I'm here in Madrid to compete with the best players, so I'm always improving myself. I'm very, very happy to be here, to be with these players, to be with this coach, because for me it's amazing. I always learn something. And I want to carry on like that, year by year.
Melchor Ruiz, Cadena COPE. Quería preguntarte en esta temporada brillante que está haciendo el Real Madrid y tú en lo personal con goles y
Real Madrid is having a brilliant season as a team, and you too are scoring goals and having great games. Who is more important on the team, you or Mourinho?
El Real Madrid, a institución Real Madrid es lo más importante.
Real Madrid, the institution Real Madrid, is what's more important.
Hola, Seiko de Hochi. Quisiera preguntar sobre Honda.
What do you think about the Japanese player Honda, who scored the 1-2 v Sevilla 2 years ago?
Muy buen jugador. La verdad es que lo conozco.
He's a very good player. I know him actually. A very dangerous player with a very good left foot. If he plays tomorrow, we have to be very careful because he's very good.
Buenos días, Cristiano. José Luis Sánchez de La Sexta. Me gustaría saber si te sientes más respetado. Llevas 3 temporadas en España, en Madrid.
After 3 seasons in Madrid, do you feel more respect? The fans, with their chants, the press in general, they seem to respect you more. Do you feel that too, as opposed to when you arrived? I don't really know. That's not the most important thing for me. I'm the same person as when I first came here, with my defects and my qualities. I'm trying to improve year after year, to learn something new. And that's how I'll keep growing as a player and as a person. About feeling the love, yeah, it's possible. I'm not going to lie. In the last few weeks and months, I've been hearing some chanting, and I do feel happy. It's new to me, and I feel very loved. But what matters the most is the love of the fans for the team. Because we can feel it on the pitch when there's a good atmosphere. So we try to enjoy it more, we play better, it helps us focus. So I'm asking them to keep it that way, to chant for all the players, not just for me. Because united is how we will win something. The future of your coach, José Mourinho, is the hot topic in the press. What's your opinion regarding everything you hear, and what would you prefer? Do you see him staying or leaving next season? He's gonna stay. He's gonna stay with us.
Question in Russian. После матча в Москве, после того, как был финальный свисток, ты зашел в потрибунное помещение и сказал нецензурное слово, плюс ко всему добавил,
After the game in Moscow, after the final whistle, when you entered the tunnel, you used foul language and added that it happened again. Is that true, and what did you mean? I don't remember. If I said anything, I honestly don't remember. Maybe because of the cold, I don't know.
Hola Cristiano, aquí Simone Togna, Este News y Radio Sportiva. Berlusconi, che è il presidente del Milan, ha dicho che te sueña.
Berlusconi, the president of Milan, said he had dreams about you every night. I'm not going to ask you if you dream about him every night, because I don't think so, and I hope you don't. But I will ask you what you think about Italian teams, and if you'll never be anything but a dream for our league. Well, I have many dreams, but not football-related, other things. If that's a dream of his, I respect it. But I'm feeling very good here at Real Madrid, and I want to stay here. About the calcio, it's not my favorite league as a player, but I respect it a lot. They have great players. Italian teams are always very good, very hard to play. But in the future, who knows? I don't know. I'm feeling great here.
Hi, Chris. When do you think the Russian club will win the Champions League? Is it possible in the next few years?
I think the Russian teams is always difficult opponents. As my coach say, it's always strong teams, tall players, strong, and it's always difficult to beat them. In the football, everything is possible. A Russian team to win the Champions League, why not? I think it's possible. But I hope not this year, because what I want is to win. But it's possible in my opinion, yes.
Hola Cristiano, ¿qué tal? Buenas tardes. Antón Mena en directo en Radio Marca. Tu entrenador en la rueda de prensa acaba
Your coach sort of hinted at last year's match against Barca at Santiago Bernabéu Stadium. After that match and after the return match in Barcelona, you said it was Mission Impossible 4. I'm wondering if you're worried about the referees preventing you from winning the Champions League. I'm not worried. I don't want to talk about referees or Barcelona or Mission Impossible 4 or 5 or 6. I don't care about all that. What matters is the match we're playing tomorrow. And the fact that if we win, we stay in the competition, and if we don't, we're out. I'm excited about winning and playing great. We'll win.
Снова по-русски?
По-русски?
Да. Вопрос от газеты «Спортэкспресс». Несколько дней назад я делал интервью с вратарем ЦСКА.
A few days ago, I interviewed CSKA goalkeeper Chebubin. He assumed that he might have offended you because he saved so many of your shots. Is it the case, and what did you think about his performance? No, nobody offended me. He's trying to do his job and I'm trying to do mine. To create danger, to score, to build dangerous plays. He stopped about them in Russia. Now let's see if he stops them all tomorrow. I sure hope he doesn't. Let's see what happens tomorrow. The general opinion is that Madrid and Barca are favorites. Is that how you see it as well? That it's a two-team competition? It's a multiple-team competition. As discussed before, we can't jump ahead of things. We have to think about the present. We have to think about tomorrow's game, playing a good and tough team, with a result that's kind of dangerous. If you don't win tomorrow, it's over. That's why you can't think about the next opponent. Right now, we have to focus on CSKA. If we doesn't win, we're out. I'd like to know your opinion about Messi's 5 goals and if you feel you're capable of doing the same thing tomorrow. Very good, I'm happy for him and for football. I don't know if I'm capable or not. Let's see if I can score 5 goals someday. I sure hope so. We'll see.
Buenos días. Mira, mi chico de NTV de la televisión japonesa. hace un año que en Japón sufrió una tragedia.
1 year ago, Japan went through a tragedy caused by a tsunami and an earthquake. Could you give the Japanese audience a support message? A message? Well, in such a situation, you know, the force of nature, nobody controls it. Something a little similar happened where I grew up, in Madeira, and it's a very tough situation for the people who live there. The only thing I can say is to keep working and fighting to improve things, and keep living with enthusiasm. It is a very complex situation for the people, the families, the children, but the most important word in times like these is hope. I hope they keep hoping, so that they can have a better future.
Últimas dos preguntas, last two questions.
I'd like both of you to answer, if possible.
Solo para Cristiano.
Only Cristiano. Oh, alright. If you go through, would you like to play Benfica in the quarterfinals?
Como he dicho antes, sería muy bueno, la verdad que sí.
It would be cool for sure. But, as I've said before, what I want is to go through tomorrow. We're pretty excited, the players, the fans, because it's a dangerous game. 1-1 is a dangerous result. But I'm confident we'll play a good game tomorrow and we'll go through. After that, we'll see what the draw has in store.
Hola Cristiano, buenos días. Quería preguntarte por tus números en lo personal. El equipo tiene la liga encarrilada.
I wanted to ask about your own stats. The team is on the right track for the Liga, you're the top goal scorer, but to beat last year's record. What's your objective this season? The décima, I imagine? But at the personal level, how many goals? I can't promise anything. I'm doing well, but I think the hardest work is done by my teammates. They're better than me, more confident, the team is much better than I am, and that's what comes first. The personal objectives are the icing. So I'm feeling very well, things are working out, but there's still a long way to go before the end, both in Liga and Champions. That's why I want to keep going until the end of the season, because if we keep that trend, we'll win something. I'm confident about us winning. Of when you think about tomorrow's match against the Russian team. Football is what frightens me the most, because football is often unpredictable by nature. It's open to surprises. The better team doesn't always perform the better and doesn't always manage to win. With this 1-1 result, we have 1 foot forward and 1 foot back. We know it will be a tough game. It happened in Liga, against Rayo Vallecano and Betis, for example. It happened in Champions, like in the first leg in Moscow. Now that we are playing at home, with a difficult result that leaves the second leg pretty much open, if we can have the support of the fans, it would be a major help. In the first leg, you had to play on an artificial pitch and with temperatures that are pretty unusual for the players. What are you most afraid of?
Hey guys, this is Gaëlle from madridismo.org. We are leaving you with the whole press conference held by both Mourinho and Cristiano Ronaldo today. And guess what? Cristiano even answered my question.
Muy buenas tardes a todos, bienvenidos. Vamos a comenzar esta comparecencia de prensa con un primer turno de preguntas para el entrenador del Real Madrid, José Mourinho, y ya después pasaremos a un segundo turno de preguntas para el jugador del Real Madrid, Cristiano Ronaldo. Por favor, recuerden que, como siempre, es una pregunta por intervención y les pedimos que se identifiquen con su nombre y el de su medio. Hello and welcome. We will begin now this
Hola, ¿qué tal, mister? Muy buenas tardes. Javier Rueda de la
Regarding the video message recorded by the players to ask for the support of the Madridistas, are you asking the fans at the stadium to make an extra effort to help the team achieve their big goals this season?
Nosotros estamos jugando partidos fuera, donde
we are playing away matches where the local fans are being strong players on the team.
Conference with a first round of questions for Real Madrid coach Jose Mourinho. Then we will have a second round of questions for Real Madrid player Cristiano Ronaldo. Please bear in mind that it's one question per intervention and that we do ask you to present yourselves with your name and the company that you represent. Comenzamos cuando queráis.
Hola, mister. Ahora la Rosa Diarios.
Since the final result of the first leg was a tie, 1-1, this match could go either way. Will you risk playing with 2 forwards like Higuaín and Benzema, or will you be using another system? With 3 of them. 3 forwards. Not 2.